Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Time. So glad you are here once again, and just here to encourage you and remind you of who God is in our lives. Have you been to a restaurant before and you ordered something only to get something different than what you've ordered? Or maybe you ordered something thinking it was going to be so good, and then when you finally got it and ate it, it was not what you expected. I still remember years ago going to a Mexican restaurant and reading the description for an item that sounded so good to me and my friend. So we both ended up ordering it, only to find out about 5 or 6 bites into it, it was extremely spicy. It was very unexpected. I should have expected it in some ways. Being at a Mexican restaurant, sometimes things are spicy. But that meal, as much as I tried to power through, I just could not do it. Ended up giving up and pushing it aside, realizing that it was way too spicy. During this season, we have experienced a lot of unexpected things. I still remember LeBron James saying to reporters, almost laughing, when they asked him, would he play without fans? And he said, there's no way I'm going to play basketball without fans being in the stands. Literally 1 week later, not only were there no fans in the stands, he wasn't playing either. None of us expected this and in this way. But God is not a God that we expect things to happen and they always happen that way. Sometimes we expect something and it doesn't happen. Or we are not expecting something and it does happen. God is the God of the unexpected. And the sooner that we realize and learn that, the more I think we're going to enjoy life. Should we have expectations and plans? Yes, definitely. I think we should always have high expectations, especially when it comes to God, believing and trusting that He is the God of the impossible. But sometimes God changes the narrative. God changes the script. God goes in a different direction. And in that moment, we may begin to think that maybe God's not really in control. Or maybe we think, you know what? I would have done that way differently. But really, what we're really saying, if I were God, I would do this the way I want to. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds really dangerous to me. Because at the end of the day, you and I may think that we know a lot, but we really don't. We may think that we have the best plan, but we probably don't either. God is both the God of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He's the God that created the whole universe. He is the beginning and the end. He knows all things, is in all things, and is in control of all things. I think He should be the one that says, hey, this is the direction we're going. Isaiah reminds us in Isaiah chapter 55, starting in verse 8, says this, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. I think in this season where things are very unexpected, we have to know that God's ways and His thoughts are not our ways and not our thoughts. And we need to draw near to Him. Earlier in that verse, it says, in verse 6 says, seek the Lord while He may be found. Call on Him while He's near. And I think that's what He's trying to do during this season. Call us and draw us near during this unexpected, unplanned season of life. Later on in 1 Corinthians, and I think this is the greatest example of the unexpected, and the writer of this passage talks about the cross. The cross was totally unexpected. 1 Corinthians says that those who saw the cross thought it was foolish, it was silly, it was ridiculous. Why in the world would the Savior, the King, want to die on a cross? But to those of us who believe, it was the power of God that has changed us. Later on it says that God has used the foolish things of this world to shame the wise. He's used the weak things of this world to shame the strong. God's weakness is still way stronger than the strongest thing here in this world. God's quote-unquote foolishness is far wiser than the most wise person or our collective wisdom in this world. During this time, let's be reminded that God's ways are far higher than ours and that we can still trust Him even in this unexpected and uncertain times. Even though a lot of times we think of unexpected things as being a negative thing, sometimes they're a wonderful surprise. Maybe you ordered something, got something different, but you found out that you actually like that better. Or you thought you were going to be doing this, but you ended up doing something different and it was actually more fun. Allow the unexpected things to be like little blessings in our lives that God knows, and He's brought the unexpected things in our life to bring us closer to Him, to draw us near to Him, and to trust Him even more. Final story, when I was a senior my year, I went to prom, and I invited this girl expecting that it was going to be a great time with her. Well, as soon as we showed up to prom, she left me and started hanging out with other people, and I never saw her for the rest of the night. True story. But that was unexpected. But God had a plan for me that night, because I ended up hanging out with people that really did care about me. And I had the most fun I've ever had hanging out with friends and people that really did care about me, instead of hanging out with someone that, quite honestly, probably didn't care about me. Embrace the unexpected things and know that God's in them, and trust that He's going to use them to bring about a good outcome in your life. Hey guys, can't wait to see you tomorrow night for Youth Online. Check out this Thursday's video. My wife is going to be sharing this Thursday. I think it's going to be incredible. Cannot wait for that as well. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.